Welcome today to our World Creation 101. I'm excited to be here to teach on this because it's so dear to my heart. My name is Grace Ofure, and I'm coming to you from our World Creation Academy. What a time to be together. First of all, I want to welcome you to class. I want to welcome you. If you are in the comment section, I just want to see your beautiful face, a thumbs up, love, sign. And I think that it's time also for us to introduce ourselves, and I will do a bit of that. But before I go into that, I just wanted to sit back and I'll be right back. Just watch this clip of video before I'll come back. You know why? It's important that you understand who you are talking to and who your instructor is today. Understanding who she is, how she came about world creation, it's going to help you to sit tight up in this class. So I'll be right back. Thank you so much and God bless you. Don't go anywhere. When you're coming back, please grab a cup of coffee and we'll dive into our 101 lesson today. Thank you and welcome to the World Creation Academy. God bless you.
Today, I have an inspirational story for you guys. So I learned about this woman who went from helping her mother to sell palm oil, that is red oil, also selling okrika, that is used clothes, on the streets of Lagos to becoming a multi-millionaire. Ladies and gentlemen, please meet my mother, Auntie Grace Ofure. She got into business at an early age, selling palm oil with her mom while she was still in school. After her university degree in NYSC, she got married. She could not find a job in Lagos, so she started selling used clothes, okrika. And she said to me on the phone, she said, even if all I made was just enough to make dinner, Adeola, I wanted to contribute in my home. I didn't want my husband being the only one providing. And so she started selling okrika. And one day at the age of 24, while hawking okrika, she said she ran into an old classmate who was looking more comfortable financially. So she asked her friend what she does for a living. Is there something that I can do? And the classmate told her that she's into real estate, brokerage, and investment. So she said that was how she put down her okrika that day, and that the rest of that afternoon she listened as her friend talked to her about opportunities in real estate, and also how her friend told her that she needed to be careful not to buy lands without bankable documents, CFO, because she would lose her savings. So she said that she was really intrigued, and that was how she started learning about real estate. It took a couple of years before she actually invested, but she kept saving money in order to go into real estate. And you know, from selling used clothes, this woman saved 500,000 naira over a period of years. I was like, that's amazing, 500,000 naira. So when an opportunity to purchase a fast appreciating land came up, even though she had 500,000 naira, it wasn't enough. Her savings was not enough to buy the land. The land was 2 million naira. So guess what she did? She gathered her friends together. She told them about real estate. She told them how the land would appreciate in 5 years if they can put their money together. And she put down 500,000 naira. Her friends also put down their savings. And by co-investing, they were able to buy that 2 million naira land in order to share the profit according to their individual contributions when they sell the land. But do you know that they didn't have to wait for 5 years? By the end of 3 years, this 2 million naira land that they bought had appreciated to 14.5 million naira. And so they sold it and they shared the profit amongst themselves. And she got a little over 3 million naira. Her 500,000 naira became 3 million plus in 3 years. She couldn't have gotten that if she left the money in the bank. She got that money without her doing anything. The land appreciated by itself. So when she saw what was possible from that one deal, she realized that she worked way harder while she was selling okrika just to save 500,000 naira over a period of years. But in real estate, she didn't need to do anything than put down her money. The land appreciated by itself. So she wanted to know more. She was intrigued. And so she started shadowing successful people that are into real estate. So she started working for them for free. For years, they would send her on errands until gradually they would take her along when they are closing deals. Gradually, they started sending her to close deals. And after some years, she was able to start her own real estate company, lifecardcompany.com. She said she did that because she wanted to see people come out of the rat race. She has videos on YouTube, by the way, about real estate. She's also on Instagram, and her company, Lifecard, has its own Instagram page. You can follow them on Instagram and on Facebook. Now, this woman owns estates in Lagos, estates, not just one. And she owns lands that she's selling. She's selling apartments that she can also manage for her clients. And she's also teaching real estate classes online besides the YouTube videos that she has. If you're not interested in real estate, at least let her story inspire you today. At least learn to save money. People don't get out of poverty by accident. So this is what it means to go from selling okrika to becoming a real estate mogul. Oh shit, money is good. So this is a self-made multi-millionaire that wants other people to learn how to do it. She said, if I could do it, if I could go from selling palm oil and selling okrika to becoming a multi-millionaire, she said to me that anybody can learn how to do this.
I want to say welcome back again. I know that now you are a bit more interested. What a pathetic story. And this is the reason why I'm so passionate about wealth. Wealth is not being taught in the schools. I grew up to have misconceptions about money. I grew up to think that money is bad, wealth is bad, only bad people get money. But I'm so excited that today my passion is to ensure that everyone that comes in contact with me have a life of what? Living legacy, impact, relevance, and money is so important. If you think it is not, why are you at work today? But time will come in your life when you cannot actually begin to do a lot. People call it hustle. I don't call it hustle. I just feel that there is no need to hustle over anything. What you need is understanding what you want. And like I always say, coaches are important. I can't forget a word from my coach. To yourself, be true. And to yourself today, be true. Bring out a note and your biros. Let's go into it. Our first discussion today, we're going to be talking about wealth. What is wealth? What is wealth to you might not be wealth to me, but let me tell you, most importantly, wealth is accusation of assets. I like liberty. Looking at what happened in the last video you just watched, rejected, no job, no home, no plan, no life. And it was just from one generation to another. And what did I do? I made up my mind to say, you know what? I am going to stop this. And looking at all that I did and I was able to succeed, I could actually say to you now, I am truly, really financially free. And I've raised a lot of mentors, and they are now coaches that are going to be joining us to teach you so much. And I tell you, if you go through this entire module, one thing I guarantee you is you understand the concept of creating wealth, sustaining, and transfer. I'm looking at you getting into the next generation. It doesn't matter what they have told you in your school, what they have told you in your country, whether you're in debt or whether you have no hope. But one thing is certain, if Grace could do it and now owning an academy teaching people how to create wealth, I'm saying that you are my next billionaire in dollars. Would you want to drink to that? Okay. Excuse me, I'm just trying to make you settled. Here I wrote, wealth creation is a process of growing money over time to achieve what? Financial stability and your goals. Like me, I watch myself and I look at the Bible principles. It is a bad man that leaves debt for the children. The Bible says that a good man leaves inheritance for the children. Gone are the days you think that your children needs to work so hard. No. For listening to me today, you need to understand that you can create wealth and your kids will just take it from where you have stopped to the next level. All you have to do is also educate them in a pathway. And that is why I truly like one of the courses you're going to take, which is called the Wealth Number. It involves investing. I like that. It involves saving to invest. It involves generating income. It involves growing your income. It also involves three categories of things, from you to an organization to the economy to the nation at large. Wealth creation is a lifelong journey, but you can determine when you want the journey to stop and begin to enjoy. Like I would say, there's always a 10 years of walking your wealth ladder. And so you begin to what? Enjoy the dividends that you have walked. Patience is required, perseverance is required, doggedness is required. It is not a get quick rich scheme, and I do not subscribe for it. The truth is, if you are trying to get quick rich, you will get poorer. Because the little that you have, how come most money doublers just say, I can double your money? And most times I tell them, why don't you double your own and keep doubling it? And if you continue to double it, you might not really need my money. That's to tell you that there is no money doubling that is sustainable. So it is something that is good for you to follow the process steadily, increasing your network every day, every hour, every minute, and every second. And it all starts from you. So thank you so much. I want you to know that it's an introduction to our wealth creation. It is called the building wealth formula. For you to create wealth, you have to build. There is building, and every building has a foundation. Most times, if you want your building to be solid, you want it to be an edifice, you want it to be a building that men and women can come to and say, oh my God, what a building. Then you need to tie your belts, sit up and get ready. It all starts from where? The mind. It all starts from the mind. Just go to the comment section and let us see that. You can see that it starts from the mind. Your mind is so powerful. It's what can control your today, your tomorrow, and your future. It's so important that you know that your mindset is your asset. If your mind cannot begin to see beyond what your immediate environment is saying to you now, then there is not so much that we can achieve. So let's begin to think of the first key set you should have is investing in your mind. And the reason why I'm talking about investing in your mind in this introduction to building wealth, creating wealth, sustaining and transferring your wealth to the next generation is because we already have a way we think. The mindset is how we think or see or based on what we have heard. I also was in that class of people that said money is not good, money is for bad people, only bad people can have money, money is for thieves. Yes, our parents told us so many things about money. Don't be greedy. You know, be rich, you'll be wicked. If you are rich, you are dubious. If you are rich, you don't have integrity. And because of that, we did embrace wealth. And the government did not even help us. Why? Because they created a system that will keep us indebted forever because of control. Man always wants to control. Yes, we always have this tendency to control. Even in the creation, when God created heaven and earth, the devil wanted to control man. And what did he do? He showed him scarcity. And even economics shows us that we are in scarcity and we are trying to divide the little resources we have. Just look around this world and tell me the truth in the comment section. Does it really look like a world that has scarcity? Like I always say, these systems and structures were designed, first of all, to keep us totally in bondage of systems and structures. And that is why there is no school that teaches wealth creation. And that's why I'm so excited that now we already have our online platforms where we teach wealth creation, and our next target is to have a physical campus where wealth creation can be taught. Yes, if they don't teach us, we'll teach ourselves. And how can we teach this wealth creation? We are looking at those that, what did they do? Because all process leads to one result. If I am going to go to a country and I know the process is getting a visa, getting a ticket, and entry into the flight that is taking me to the country, I will definitely get to that country. So what that means is that as long as I know the process, as long as I know the strategy, as long as I know the tactics, once I put it together and do the same thing, I am going to also get the same results. Growth, wealth creation is not a miracle. It is applying revealed principles and myths that has worked for somebody and it's going to work. And that is why when you look around, you discover that the wealthy people in this world, they are, one thing is common. Number one, their routine. Number two, what they do and what they say, how they make use of their money, investing, and how they use other opportunities as their own plan. What that means is when you are dealing with you alone, you can only produce one income. When you have a company, you have more people producing income for you. Then when you now understand leverage, then you have 8 billion people producing money for you. And to have 8 billion people producing money for you, it's simple. It's a process. And these are some of the things you are going to be learning in this class. So I'm sure that you have had a good time. But before we finish this module, I will want to give you an assignment. And I want you to find out, I'm going to send you an assignment, what exactly you want to do. Where are you now? Are you willing and ready to build wealth? Are you building wealth for your business, for your family, for yourself? It's so important that you understand your goals, your targets, where you want to be in the next 5 years, 10 years, 20 years. And it doesn't matter where you are now, but one thing is certain, that if we do this together, we are definitely going to come back together rejoicing. Why? Because we would have learned how to invest, how to be financially prudent, what products is long-term and short-term, what gives you returns quick or what gives you returns in long term. But by the time we put all this strategy together, one thing is going to happen. You are going to be wealthy and you are going to make an impact in this world. Like I will always say, wealth is not taught in schools, it's not taught in the classroom. Even the financial institute will never teach you wealth. And that is why I want to talk a bit about the story concerning money. Money did not exist before. It was trade by barter. And so one day I have 5 rice and you have 5 beans, we trade by barter. You have a land and I have mangoes, we'll trade by barter. There was nothing like money. If you go to the history of money, which we're going to be teaching in another module, we're going to explain to you how currencies came about. And if you follow how currencies came about, you will really see that it was a scam. And one day, promising notes came because, and especially when you want to exchange gold, they said gold has a lot of weight. And they said, this is a promising note. And it was Ajax and it turned to currency. And so this currency was backed up with gold. But I want to leave you with a question. And this is your first question. To be wealthy, you need a lot of education and information. Please, can you kindly tell me what is backing up your own currency in your country? Yes. Question number 1 coming from Instructor Grace. What is backing your currency in your country? And other questions will be put in your workbook. And I expect you to answer those questions before you come to the next class. Thank you so much for taking introduction. And I'll see you in the next module. God bless you.